guys? Welcome back. It's your girl Jazz, and today I am doing a comparison video between the Google Nest Audio and the Amazon Echo. And just to correct myself from past videos that I've done with the Google Nest, I've been calling it just the Google Nest. And the Google Nest is kind of a general statement for the general term for the Google speaker systems. This is the Google Nest Audio, to be specific. They also have the Google Nest Mini, which replaced the Google Home Mini. I will also be doing a comparison between the Google Nest Mini and the Amazon Echo Dot. So go ahead and subscribe now so that way you can catch that one as well. And if you have any questions for either one of those speakers or these, you can always drop a comment below. I always respond as quickly as I can, as long as I get the notification, because sometimes I don't always get it. Just a heads up. So it's not I'm ignoring you. It's just I didn't know that I got a comment. Sorry. Gets jumbled up in my emails. Anyways, back to the Nest Audio versus the Amazon Echo. Now, right off the bat, we're going to want to know, what's the cost? Because I don't know about anybody else, but for me, that really can deter me from choosing which speaker. Luckily, these are both, give or take $100. They do have deals going on where you can get extra freebies depending on where you buy them from. I've seen them with Best Buy, Amazon, and things of that. So, you know, just kind of keep an eye out, but just the speakers by themselves is $100.99 if you want to be specific. All right, so now they do come in a couple of different colors. The Google Nest Audio comes in 5 different colors, which includes the chalk color, which is this one right here. It also comes in sky, sand, sage, sky, and charcoal. So those are the 5 colors that it comes in. I think I counted them right. My fingers and my mouth did not move simultaneously on that one. However, the Echo only comes in 3. Womp womp. I like to have my options. That's all I'm going to say about that one. So the 3 colors that it comes in is going to be this twilight blue right here, which I absolutely love. It's very pretty. It also comes in glacier white and charcoal. So the charcoals are going to match, probably going to be the closest comparison, because the other colors are going to obviously have a variation to it, which is part of the reason why I had to get options here. So I like to have options as far as to be able to coordinate depending on what room I'm going to have. If I want to have, you know, a certain color scheme or something like that. So the Google Nest is going to win on that one as far as colors go and options. Also, they are redesigned, both of the speakers, to accommodate more of a home decor look, so that way it can blend in a little bit more with your everyday home decor, rather than just kind of looking like an actual speaker. You know, they kind of added some oomph to it. There is something that I find very frustrating about Amazon, and that's the simple fact that the notification light is right here on the bottom. And it's not 100% a deal breaker, but for me, I've had some trouble, here and there, with Amazon, and because that's the primary speaker that I've used, just because that was the first one that came out that I recall, and kind of collected them over the years, probably due to this channel primarily. But one of the things that I do not like about it is the fact that the notification light, or the alert light, however you want to phrase it, is on the bottom. And part of the reason that it's frustrating is because when I've used the wake up word, I'm not always sure if it's registered, because there's times where maybe my internet's kind of been a little bit choppy and it's disconnected, or, you know, something along those lines, because my Amazon assistant, I will not say the name because I don't want to use the wake up word, likes to be difficult and sometimes doesn't always hear me. So with the notification light being so low, I have to make sure that I'm positioned to where I can see it, or maybe some, you know, if there's maybe like a picture, or even if something's bunched up in front of it, such as this, I'm not going to be able to see. And, you know, from your point of view, you wouldn't be able to see it either. So that's a bit of a strike against it, is that I don't always know if it's registering, should I say. As far as the Nest Audio goes, you have it right here, dead center in here. You know, so you can see it from a couple of different angles. They both do have a privacy button if you want to use, or I mean, I guess you can call it a button. On Amazon, it's going to be this, you know, the crossed out circle. On Google, it's going to be on the back, and it's going to be more of a switch rather than a button. I know, I was telling everybody else. So I just learned that right now, is that it actually, with the Google, it verbally tells you that it's been switched.
The mic's back on.
So that's one thing that I like, is the fact that, you know, I don't know how many times I've accidentally hit buttons, switches. So for something like that, you know, it'd be nice to be able to be verbally told versus this bright red light, which may or may not be seen. So both Amazon and Echo are trying to become more eco-friendly, more environmentally friendly with their speakers. So both of these are made with recycled products. Depending on the components on it, it varies on the percentage. On the Amazon, the 100% of this fabric here on top is actually made from recycled plastic. The aluminum that is in the speaker as well as the cord is also made with 100% recycled aluminum. So that's one advantage. If you want to upgrade, you can have a little bit more peace of mind if you are trying to be more eco-friendly. Google, on the other hand, is made with 70% recycled plastic. More of the products is going to be recycled on the Amazon versus Google. One advantage of the Amazon speaker versus the Google is going to be this little dot right here in the back, and that's going to be for the auxiliary cord, which Google does not have. So if you are a little bit more on the old school, where you're, you know, want to hook something else, maybe another speaker or something of that nature, you're going to be able to do that with Amazon versus Google. So Google's going to be strictly Bluetooth. Speaking of Bluetooth, both of the speakers are going to be made to use for around the house as far as any other Bluetooth devices. However, Amazon is going to have more of an advanced, it's going to have the hub in it. And in case you don't know what a hub is, also known as Zigbee or Zigabee. I've never really known how to pronounce that word. But anyways, Amazon is going to be made more for all Bluetooth products, regardless of whether it's Amazon related or just, you know, a random Bluetooth, you know, for your thermostat, for your Ring, or whatever device that you have. It's going to be linked up to the Amazon. Now, I do want to make that clear. The Amazon Echo has the first Zigbee. The Zigbee in this 4th generation Echo is the first in the speaker family. Now, they did have an Echo Sub, or they do have an Echo Sub, which has the Zigbee in it. So I do want to make that clear. This is the first speaker that's going to have the Zigbee in it, as far as Echo goes. However, Google does not have that. They pretty much have where you can sync up your devices, but it's going to be limited on that. It doesn't work universally with all Bluetooth devices. That's one advantage that the Amazon does have versus Google. Both of the speakers do have what they call somewhat of a security system, so to speak. Google has the Nest Aware and Amazon has the Alexa Guard. Both of them do have free versions on it. So if you have it set up and say, you know, Alexa, I'm leaving the house, or something along those lines, I don't remember the exact phrase that you're supposed to use, or I think it is.
All right, I'll start guarding now.
Oh, well, that answers that question. So pretty much I'm using the free version because I'm cheap and I refuse to pay for it. So, and plus I'm home almost 24/7. So if you expect me to leave the house, good luck. I'm a homebody. But hypothetically speaking, on the rare occasion when I do leave the house and I do tell Alexa that I'm leaving, she'll go into guard mode. Same with the Nest. And pretty much it's going to listen for any smoke detectors or any glass breaking. If you have any like carbon monoxide detectors, it's going to alert you. Fortunately, I have not had to experience this, or I can verify this, whether it actually works or not. Fortunately, I haven't had to. It kind of gives you kind of a peace of mind. If you're leaving the house, you'll get an alert of some sort. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure the alert that you're going to get because I haven't personally experienced that. I can only go off of what other people claim and what Amazon claims as well. As far as the paid version, I do know that Amazon has it for $4.99 a month. So this is comparison for the Nest Aware versus Amazon Alexa Guard. So that way you can determine on which one's best for you, whether you travel a lot or if you just want that peace of mind if you want the paid version versus the free version. And it also depends on if you have cameras and things like that. Of course, the more network that you have developed is going to kind of affect the cost of the services that you use. I think I've covered everything. If I haven't, please let me know. But in the meantime, as far as the speakers go, what difference does it make about all the colors and everything like that if it doesn't sound good? So we're going to do a comparison on the sound. Let me turn Alexa off. Let me set the music up. And we'll go from there. Alright guys, so we're going to try out and test out some music. One of the downsides about having competition with speakers is that they're not always 100% compatible. So I can use YouTube Music for one speaker but not the other. And I can use, you know, different devices or different streaming services for different devices. I could use Spotify, but however, I need unlicensed music and I'm having a bit of trouble looking for that. So I decided to go ahead and use YouTube, and that's part of the reason why I brought out my laptop. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and try Google first. I know the first half of the video may look a little odd, especially comparing to this version. I originally did the whole video and I found out that some of the unlicensed music that I previously used on this portion of the video was licensed, in fact. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this version with 100% unlicensed music so you guys can hear the speakers and you hear the comparison. Also, I do want to state that if you are a producer or of any sort and you want me to feature some of your music, I'd be more than happy to, as I do quite a few speaker reviews throughout the year. So, and also like have some background music as well. So if you want to have your music on my videos, I'd be more than happy to, especially if you guys give me permission to use them. Obviously, someone doesn't like that opinion. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and test this one out, starting out with Google at 50%. Yeah, wait, where is the music? Let's do this one. I like the little birdies in the background. Try Amazon and see the difference in sound. But reminder, both volumes are set to 50%. In Google's case, it's at 50%. In Amazon's case, it's set at 5%. So we're gonna try that out. Personal opinion, Amazon wins. Now keep in mind, you guys are hearing more louder, more clear, because you are in front of the speaker versus my point of view. I'm listening from the back end, so you guys are definitely getting a better earshot. Do you guys agree with me or not? Let me know in the comments below. Now we're going to try once again with a different song at 100%. Okay, Google, set volume to 100.
All right.
Not too bad. That one definitely has some good bass to it, but we're going to compare. Standalone speaker, not too bad. Comparison, we shall see. Alexa, set volume to 10. Couple of things too to point out before I go ahead and do the volume. Another advantage to the Echo is the fact that you can actually get an idea of the volume set based off the bottom of the ring. You have no indication on the Google unless you're actually using the speaker, so that way you can see what volume it's set at. So if you want to set it at 5 or 50%, You know, you actually have to look at the app. Versus Amazon, you can get an idea, not saying it's perfect, on the bottom, whether it's at full percent or not. Also, the fact that with Google, it goes through, obviously, 0 through 100, versus Amazon is stubborn with 0 through 10. And if you ask Alexa, set volume to 100, she will completely ignore you. No, I'm kidding. Alexa, set volume to 100.
Sorry, you can only set the volume between 0 and 10.
She'll let you know. All right, we're going to go ahead and test this one out once again. I feel more of the bass on this one. I felt more vibration and a bass with Amazon versus with Google. Now, Google, I will say that you can adjust the equalizer and get more of a bass, but as a default setting, it's kind of weak. Both of them are on default setting. Actually, on Amazon, you cannot change it. One of my favorite things, too, about Amazon, which, okay, let's face it, Amazon wins. Unless you guys heard something different than I can, because, again, you're at a different angle. This is one of the coolest things. Hey, Samuel, tell me a joke.
What did the fart say to his therapist? I'm in a really dark place and I need to escape.
So yes, you can set up your speaker to have different voices. I'm not sure of all the voices that are available, but I do know Samuel L. Jackson is one of them, and that's one of my favorite ones. I will give you a fair warning that you may, if you have kids and you're sensitive about language, that may not be an option for you, because he has said some jokes that I've heard off camera that, again, are not kid friendly at all. And if you do want it maybe in your personal bedroom versus in the kitchen where the kids, you know, can hear it, you can also set it just specifically for that speaker. So just a heads up on that one. Let me know what your opinions are. Again, if you're a producer or do music of any sort, I'd be more than happy to play any of your unlicensed music or licensed music with your permission as well. It's up to you. Make sure that you subscribe. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys.